We thank everybody for their kindly words and request security during this troublesome time. DC youthful Fly and Jacky, who initially met in 2015 and dated for quite some time, offer 3 kids together. It's generally so miserable when somebody with such a lot of possible kicks the bucket quite early in life, similarly as miserable when somebody has effortlessness television or film evaluates for such a long time and showed their style of character and abilities to the world. Out of nowhere passes the show Wild and Out has been a condition of specific stations for quite a while. Scratch Ben's brainchild had brought a wide range of rappers and comics onto the show throughout the several years. And tragically, one of the long-lasting individuals, Jacky O, has passed on, with that many individuals are spilling out adoration for the entertainer and sending contemplations to her family. Will separate everything for you yet. First, make certain to like this video and buy into the feed underneath. Would you like to win an iPhone 12? Perhaps a MacBook Master? Could $500 cash? You should simply remark the mystery stowed away message someplace in this video. That is all there is to it, gracious. And leave a like on this video and buy into the feed so we can continue to manage the cost of these giveaways. Champ will be reported at the last day of every month. Gratitude for watching and best of luck. The death of Jacky O, previous Wild and Out cast part and long-lasting accomplice to jokester DC youthful Fly, has died at 32 years old. We are profoundly disheartened by the death of Jacqueline Smith, referred to the world as Jacky O, a skilled Wild and Out relative whose effect will be perpetually prized, and missed the show's true Instagram page. Partook in a proclamation Thursday from a Bet Media gathering. Representative Jacky O was a caring companion and dearest partner of the Wild and Outcast all through 5 seasons. All the more critically, she was a huge mother to 3 delightful kids. The Bet Media gathering stretches out our genuine statements of regret to the Smith family, DC youthful Fly B, Simone Scratch Cannon, and all companions who cherished and really focused on Jacky O during this troublesome time. DC youthful Fly and his family said thanks to fans for their sympathies. We thank everybody for their kindly words and requested security during this time. A reason for death was not unveiled yet. Obviously, something was off base in the event that she passed at 32 years old. Fans and companions gave their sympathies and remarks of their post extraordinary. She is a sweet, charitable, and in every case warm individual, sending adoration to her family, her kids, and the entire Wild and Out family. And at DC youthful Fly composed Hollywood opened chief Jason Lee Jacky O and comic performer DC youthful Fly shared 3 kids, Nova, Nala, and Ruler. As per Jacky O's Instagram page, she had a lip shine line called J Nova Assortment, which highlighted the MTV Wild and Out young ladies, and furthermore was a real estate agent. A considerable lot of Smith's posts via virtual entertainment highlighted her and DC youthful Fly's kids. One of her last recordings showed them resting on a lounge chair together. Responses, normally recognitions, begin to spill out for the MTV star, as many have seen or known about her on television, or had associations with her in some kind of manner. For instance, Cardi B posted an image with Jacky O of her children on Instagram story and subtitled the image "My heart harms for these wonderful children." The Craftsman Compliant Factory tweeted sympathy supplications to the brother DC youthful Fly and his family. The rapper column previous and Flowcast individuals from Wild and Out, including Justina Valentine, DJ Rec Tim, likewise shared recognitions for their fallen companion. And the fan base was eager to loan their help and show love. Here are a portion of the tweets that they made by Sincerest sympathies and petitions for DC and family, as well as the whole Wild and Outcast. This damages so terrible. My requests and sympathies for the family, excessively youthful. One of the Wild and Out women even proceeded to Twitter to post there were a small bunch of Wild and Out young ladies who I felt agreeable enough around to gab with on set. And Jackie O was one of them. I recollect her as continuously being sweet. This is crushing news, all off to DC their children and Jackie's family. My sympathies to her loved ones during this time. Master, fold your arms over this family and invigorate them in understanding. I just watched one of her recordings. She generally made me chuckle, find happiness in the hereafter. Miss Gracious, you will be remembered fondly. And your adoration will be, and your adoration for your lovely kids will constantly be recalled. This is so sad to hear. I was trusting it wasn't correct. My heart throbs for DC, those infants, and anybody who was very near her requests and sympathies for all who cherished her. And they recently continued onward endlessly. This goes to show the effect that she had on individuals and why she will be remembered fondly. Such a lot of the facts really confirm that she was exclusively on Wild and Out for 5 seasons. Yet she was dearest there, in addition to, in the event that you take a gander at later debates encompassing the show, it very well may be best that she got out while she could. Wild and Now's beginnings toward the beginning of this satire rap sketch series, Scratch Gun, was simply finishing his experience on Nickelodeon by means of all that in different projects, and he needed to make a show that wouldn't be fun yet in addition flaunt his rap abilities. And as a little something extra, it would proceed to get him and his companions a task he didn't know how to assemble it. All he went through a few thoughts for the show, including one that highlighted a hot seat seriously, yet in the end, he did what might turn out to be Wild Now. And it was a success with MTV, where the show began. Leader Tony DeSanto, the senior value leader of creation, advancement, and movement for MTV at the time, set as the Nickelodeon on its developed So Scratched canon. With Wild and Out, they'll get to see an entirely different side of Scratch as he flexes his comedy and sketch parody abilities. Close by, with the incredible cast that assisted him with collecting it, DeSanto said, "We're excited to be ready to go with Scratch and to bring our watchers satire and hip jump in a new manner." One more motivation behind why Wild and Out was so fruitful in its idea and running was that Scratch knew how to finish things. He went through years at Nickelodeon and comprehended the pipelines of various types, realizing that assisted him with embracing making a show and transforming it into something exceptional. I generally knew how to work from a business viewpoint, and seeing a thought start from origination to now having this close to around 50% of a billion-dollar brand that I constructed, I get the idea of having the option to get however much out of the brand as could be expected, yet remaining consistent with it without overtaking advantage of it. Canada sat in a meeting with energy. I feel that we've done incredibly well with Wild and Out, from the vocations that it depends on birth to promoting to marketing, from all that we do with visits, the eateries, hair parlors. We're doing such countless things with the brand. This is on the grounds that I had the chance of seeing one of the greatest birds with Nickelodeon or Viacom work in the lines of parody, as comedy and satire shows in the past have shown the style and content of it very wildly on individuals during the show the organization is on. And the general 10 of the series, they have totally pressed the button both previously and in their current run by taking care of the two families and the people who have a more full-grown comical inclination. Yet seldom do they stretch the boundary with Wild and Out. However, they couldn't care less about the cute-off at all, which on a superficial level might be mean. After all, it is a satire show. Yet if you somehow happen to proceed to stand by listening to a portion of the raps that they have sung and the games that they have played, it's nearly taking special care of a more unreasonable style of satire, which clearly gets the fan base and crowd wild up. Yet it additionally calls into the subject of the show's personality again. There should be lines while you're attempting to be questionable focuses to get evaluations. Maybe it doesn't make any difference, much attempting to carry on with life, while paying little mind to what Wild and Out is, or alternately, isn't it still staggeringly miserable to catch wind of the death of Jackie O? She plainly had a great time on the show and wouldn't hesitate to step away to seek after different interests and raise her kids. which is entirely praiseworthy. Her passing in her mid-20s will be a major catastrophe for some, since they'll ask why somebody so youthful with such a great amount to reside for thus much love to give kicked the bucket quite early on, yet in truth that may be the example here. You never know where life will lead you or how long you have, so the best thing to do is attempt and carry on with your life well. That way you can't say you have any second thoughts. Archive Jacky O. And there you go, everybody, a glance at Jacky and what she meant for Wild and out over the course of the years. Do you saw a portion of her episodes on television? What will you decide to recollect about her? Will the show honor her on the following episode? Let us in on your thought process in the remarks down underneath. And as consistently, we'll see you next time on the station.